السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله الذي كان موجودا قبل حدوث الأشياء ويبقى بعد فناء الأشياء، تفرد بالأولية والقدم ووسم كل شيء ما عداه بالفناء والعدم، كما قال عز شأنه: كل شيء هالك إلا وجهه وكل نفس ذائقة الموت. وقال: كل من عليها فان ويبقى وجه ربك ذو الجلال والإكرام. والصلاة والسلام على سيد الأنام سيدنا ونبينا ومولانا أبي القاسم محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين، واللعنة الدائمة على أعدائهم أجمعين من الآن إلى يوم الدين. أما بعد، فقد قال الله في كتابه الكريم: بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يا أيها الذين آمنوا كتب عليكم الصيام كما كتب على الذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون. صلوات. The month of Ramadan is the best month in the whole year. The Friday is the best days of the entire week. Then if the Friday is a Friday, which we call it a farewell Friday, last Friday of the month of Ramadan. So it gives us the sense that the opportunity that Allah has given us again in our life to obtain all those blessings and favors that are very special in this month for special people. That opportunity is getting very short, few days left. Or we can count hours, not days. Because the Prophet had said in his khutbah, وَسَاعَاتُهُ أَفْضَلُ السَّاعَاتِ. The hours of the whole month of Ramadan are the best hours in the whole year. And regularly, Friday is Sayyidul Ayyam. And its hours also, every week, are the best hours in the week. So we are in the best of the best hours today. And also, thinking that very few days left or few hours to seek the blessings. And that is why there are certain supplications for last days of the Ramadan, for last Friday of Ramadan. Like there is a tradition, a riwayat, it says that Jabir ibn Abdullah al-Ansari, one of the companions of the Prophet, came to the Prophet, and the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam told him that, do you know that this is the last Friday of this month? He said, yes, Ya Rasulullah. I'm so sad about it because, of course, this always happens, that time passes very fast. So he said, yes, Ya Rasulullah. Rasulullah said, then if you want to say farewell to the month of Ramadan and supplicate to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala today in this last Friday of this month. So say this, very short, I think 2 sentences. Say this. So he repeated that dua, and we have this dua. He says, Allahumma la taj'alhu akhir al-ahdi min siyamina iyahu fa in ja'altahu faj'alni marhuman wa la taj'alni mahruma. Very beautiful. Says, ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that, oh Allah, don't make this Friday my last Friday of my life. And don't make it the last opportunity for me to fast in the month of Ramadan, which means give me more chances, more opportunities in future in my life. Give me longer life, inshallah, so I can seek the blessings of this month every time, inshallah, every year in my life. So this one. And if you made it, if it is your decision to make this Friday my last Friday, not just for the month, for my life, فَإِن جَعَلْتَهُ فَاجْعَلْنِي مَرْحُومًا. So make me marhum. The word, we use it for the people who die, we call them marhum. Actually, this is a dua. Marhum from rahmah. Keep me subject to your mercy and favors. Keep me marhum. وَلَا تَجْعَلْنِي مَحْرُومًا. So other word is mahroom, deprived. Don't make me deprived of your mercy. Make me deserving your mercy, not deprived or of your mercy. So of course, see, in the beginning, the Prophet had said that anyone who has the chance to fast in Ramadan and to do all those ibadat and be guest of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this month, and after all those blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for special people, still if somebody remains, فَإِنَّ الشَّقِي مَنْ حَرُمَ. حَرُمَ from the same word mahrum. مَنْ حَرُمَ غُفْرَانَ اللَّهِ فِي هَذَا الشَّهْرِ الْعَظِيمِ. So, real unfortunate person, unlucky person is the one who remains mahrum, haruma, who remains deprived of the mercy and forgiveness of Allah even in such a great month of Allah. So in these last hours, what we should ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to accept whatever good deeds we have done and to forgive us whatever negligence that has been occurred from our side regarding the importance of this month. The time that we might have wasted and did not use it in the recitation of Quran and du'as and tasbih and takbir and good deeds. May Allah forgive us for that and reward us for all good deeds that we have done in this month. So this is one of this, for this Friday, this was one of the significance of this. And as you know, that this also reminds us our responsibility towards the needy people around the world, the people who need our help. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us for sure more than others. Everybody, every human being, even those who we call needy, there are some people who are more needy than them. So everyone at least has something more than anybody else. If not money, you might have a skill better than someone who has money. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given rizq. Rizq is not just money. Rizq is skills. Rizq has a very comprehensive meaning. Anything you have, anything that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given you, it is a ni'mah of Allah. It is a blessing of Allah. It is bounty of Allah. And you as a mu'min, as a believer, should share this bounty with others in whatever capacity possible, whatever you can do for other people. And this is the real iman, and this is the real life. Life is what? To be able to help other people. This is the meaning of life that Quran gives us in many ayat of Quran. Any kind of help anyone needs. If we don't remember those needed people and we're just fasting and just praying, we are very happy with our own life in Ramadan, let's say, especially in Ramadan, then it means we did not understand the true meaning of fasting and the purpose of fasting. Purpose of fasting is لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ, so that you become muttaqi. This was the purpose that Quran has mentioned. Why Allah made fasting wajib on us? كُتِبَ عَلَيْكُمُ الصِّيَامِ كَمَا كُتِبَ عَلَى الَّذِينَ مِنْ قَبْلِكُمْ لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ. The purpose is to become muttaqi. So we have to check ourselves in these last days of Ramadan through these fasting and ibadah that we have done, how much we are close to the level of taqwa, how we are better in taqwa than before Ramadan. We have to check ourselves. Why? Because the purpose that Quran is saying is so that you become muttaqi. Let's see if the purpose is really achieved, if the goal is achieved, and to what extent, to what levels, what grades, because taqwa has various grades. And taqwa is what? Giving the rights of Allah and the rights of people. If we see around us, in our family, in our community, anybody, any human being is in need of anything, we have to, of course, come forward quickly to help him. This is not enough. Anyone in our city, anybody in our country, anyone, anywhere in this world, in the globe, we cannot say, okay, I'm here, what can I do? This is not my responsibility. I'm happy with my life. I'm good. I don't care what's going on around the world. If you said this, see, in Islam, we don't have this word, I don't care. This word, this vocabulary, we don't have it in Islamic terminologies. What? I don't care. Rather, I care. I do care about others. So you cannot say, I don't care. Our responsibility. Jum'atul Wida, for this reason, many years ago, Ayatollah Khomeini had declared it as Yawmul Quds. And the reason was this, Yawmul Quds. And I have mentioned this many times. It is so interesting if you see his life. He was the person who first raised his voice against the king of Iran. Then he raised his voice against Saddam, the ruler of Iraq. Then, of course, he raised his voice for Yawm al-Quds. What it shows? It shows that in Islam, it is all about being on the side of oppressed against oppressor. This is the ruling. This is the criteria. No more. You're going to say, okay, he's my brother, he's oppressor, let me be on the side of my brother. If your brother, your father, your closest person, وَلَوْ عَلَىٰ أَنفُسِكُمْ أَوْ الْأَقْرَبِينَ. Even if it is against you, speak the truth, or your closest people. Against you, على أنفسكم أو الوالدين أو الأقربين. Even if it against your own parents, you have to speak the truth, and it is not about who is close to you, who is not close to you, who you know, who you don't know. It is not about color, creed, or country, and people, and belongings, and with no discrimination. If anybody is doing wrong, you just say it is wrong. Say it, because your silence your silence will become the strength of an oppressor. You see, throughout the history, all the oppressors, all the wrongdoers, all the terrorists, all those people are very weak. They are weak. They are coward. Really, this cowardness. They are coward. So how these coward people are able to do such huge damage to humanity? While they are weak and coward, because the good people remain silent. So silence of good people becomes the strength of oppressors. How Yazid was able to kill the grandson of Rasulullah in a time when people were alive who saw him, how the Prophet would love him and what Prophet said about him, and everybody knew that he is one of the leaders of the youth of paradise. Knew that. Then how Yazid, everybody knew his father, everybody knows his grandfather, all the time they were against Islam. And Imam Hussein was not just a Muslim or a mu'min, he was Islam, embodiment of Islam. He was the symbol of Islam at that time. If you want to know where Islam is, here is Islam. Hussein is Islam. So how Yazid was able to kill him? Because Yazid was very weak. He was not strong. Imam Hussein was strong. But Yazid had the strength of support of those people who claim to be good. I'm praying, I'm fasting, I'm so a good Muslim, I don't care about those things, what is happening, this is politics, this is this. And this happened. Throughout the history you see that. So it is not about a country. It is not about any religion. The political people bring those things. He is Jew, he is Muslim, he is Sikh, he is Hindu, he is Christian. These games are the politician play, right? To deviate the people from a real target. And the target is to support the oppressed. Give you example of who was Ayatollah Khomeini. He was a Shia alim and leader. Correct? Shia was speaking against Shia. Who? The king of Iran, Shah Iran. He was against him. Was he against him because he was a Shia? No, because Shah Iran was an oppressor. He raised his voice against the oppressor. This is the rules. This is the rule. Kuna lil-zalimi khasman wa lil-mazlumi auna. This is the Islamic rule, explained by Amir al-Mu'mineen, and even in Quran and Rasulullah, everyone has said this. Be with madloom and be against zalim. It's all about zalim and madloom. No religion, no color, no creed, no nothing. Zalim and madloom. People are of two kinds. So he saw that the Shah is zalim. Even if he is, Shia, so what? He did not say, because he is Shia, he's okay, I'm Shia, he is Shia, let me support him. No, I'm against him because he is zalim. I don't care if he is Shia. Then Saddam. Saddam claimed to be a Sunni Muslim. He said, I don't care if you claim to be Sunni Muslim, so what? You are a zalim, I'm against you. Then Yom al-Quds. The Palestinians are Sunni Muslims. He was a Shia alim. He said, I don't care who are those Palestinians. They are Muslim, I'm with them. And the people who are oppressing them, I don't care what their religion is. They may be Jew, so what? They may be Muslim, they may be anyone. Zalim, the issue is zalim. If somebody is zalim, I'm against him. How come it's possible that you see thousands of people and children and women are being slaughtered, genocide, in your time, in this time of progress, in the time that you are proud of being in such a time of technology and such a time of science advancement. You are so proud of that, right? I think the humanity should be ashamed of that. I think so. Don't take it as a political statement. This is not politics. If you say it, then it is politics that you're saying this is politics. Calling it politics, it's politics. This is humanity. It's about humanity. How can someone just see all those videos today? Earlier, people would give you news, this happened and that happened. Now you see it by yourself, see it and hear it. It is kind of everything happening in front of you, and still you are silent. Where is the humanity? Where is the values of the country? Our country. This is our country, right? Yes, this is our country. We are citizens. And there are some values of this country. Where are those values? So should we let the politicians do whatever they want? They do the genocide is okay, it's fine, and we say nothing? What? At least our religion will not allow it. Yes, no violence, of course. Violence, originally we are against violence. Originally what we are talking is, we're talking against violence. How can we use violence against violence? No violence, not even verbal violence, okay? It's not allowed. Amir al-Mu'mineen had, when he heard that, I just had mentioned in my majalis, when the people of Muawiyah, see Muawiyah, today Muslims respect Muawiyah, astaghfirullah rabbi wa atub. Respect him. If somebody speaks against Muawiyah, say, see, he's speaking against Sahaba. Was he Sahabi? Really? You're putting him in the account of Rasulullah, na'udhu billah? He stopped the water. He took the position of the river Euphrates, and he stopped the water reaching to the camp of Imam Ali alayhi salam. Imam Ali's soldiers, after an expedition, they took it back. Now the water came in the position of whom? Imam Ali's soldiers. They also decided to stop the water. When Imam Ali knew that, he said, no, not at all. Water is for everyone. The soldiers say, Imam Ali's soldiers said, but Mawla, they are the enemies. They started this. He said, yes, this is the difference between us and them. We are here for the humanity, for Islam. Islam is humanity. We're here to defend human being. How can we stop water from human being? And this is what's happening in Gaza. Water was stopped, electricity was stopped, children are dying in the hospital, hospitals were bombed, schools were bombed. What left? What left? When you will speak up, all human beings, I'm talking to all human beings, when you will speak, when will you say, stop, enough is enough? When? 1,000 more, 2,000 more, 10,000, let's see how many more. So Yom al-Quds is today. Yom al-Quds is a symbol of support to oppressed people. It is not politics. At least I am not with politics. I don't like such politics that it is based on just selfishness. You think about your own interest. Even you say it loudly. Our national interest, our country's interest, our people's, what people's interest? Interest of humanity. Whenever, if there are any human being, let's talk about the interest of humans. Human beings. What interest? Interest of every person who is a human being. Or even interest of animals. Interest of plants. Interest of our environment. This is the creation of God. I don't want to take much of your time. So much to say. And it still remain unsaid. This is so unfortunate that this is happening on our name. I'm sure the American people are not with it. American people, our fellow citizens, they don't support such genocide. No. I'm so confident. But who listens to people? This is all about, again, interest of groups, interest of lobbies, interest of whatever. But what we can do, at least today, we can pray for them. And raise our voice in very, polite way, in good way, in a way that it should be within the legal framework, avoiding any kind of bad word or bad action and bad behavior. I was giving the example, and this is the last one, and the time is over, that when Amir al-Mu'min saw that some of his soldiers, in response to Muawiyah's soldiers, are using the same bad words that they are using against Imam Ali. Imam Ali stopped them and said, no, I don't want you to be sabbabin, to use bad words. You be decent. Use decent words to prove your point of view. Yes, they are wrong. For sure, more than 100%. Quran is saying that Muawiyah was wrong. Quran. Read Surah Hujurat. And read Surah Tahrim and all those surahs. It's clear. Quran is calling them baghi, rebellious. Rasulullah clearly said they are baghi. They killed Ammar, Yasir. Everything is clear. But still, they are supporting them. Imam said, don't use bad words. So, be decent with decency, using your rights of freedom in this country. Don't get afraid, but don't be aggressive. With decency, raise your voice. Let everybody know that we are not with this bloodshed, genocide, killing of children. Whoever kills whoever, even if they were Jew, let's say if they were Jew being killed, we will not be silent. We would speak in support of Jews. We condemn the Nazis today. But we don't want another people to come and act, same way as Nazis did. We cannot do that. So, Jum'atul Wida, keep in mind, is not a political issue. It is a human issue. We demand and we pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, someday we'll see that the Palestinians are getting their rights, their genuine rights that they deserve. Inshallah, may Allah make that day happen in our lifetime, inshallah. Very quick, in one sentence, the same when we speak about Jannatul Baqi'. Same criteria, exactly same criteria. See, it happened to be some religion. That one happened to be belonging to some religion. Again, it is not our job to see their religion. Our job is to see if they are oppressor, we have to speak against it. If there is oppression going on somewhere, wrongdoing, speak against it. More than 100 years, and the graves of those imams who have contributed to the humanity the most, human leaders, see how they were humiliated and their graves were destroyed. Our demand is very simple. We are not saying build Baqi'. We never said build Baqi'. Have you ever heard that we are saying build Baqi'? No, we said rebuild Baqi', which means there were places. Just restore them, that's it. And this is our demand. Inshallah, you will remain with this movement. Everybody is part of it, to ask and to raise our voice for the sake of Baqi'. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us tawfiq to fulfill all our responsibilities. And the remaining hours of this month, may Allah give us tawfiq to seek the blessings of them, inshallah. May Allah remove all the afflictions of all people around the world, and especially the people of Palestine, inshallah. إن أحسن الحديث وأبلغ الموعظة كتاب الله